All right. So I invite you down, sitting cross-legged on your mat. We're going to center ourselves and ground ourselves. So when I practice yoga, I think of it like prayer through movement. So like this is the time that you can set your intentions or send your energy of the work that you're going to do to people that need it, some healing energy if your family or friends need it. We're going to activate some fire and water within us. Breathing in some air, grounding on Mother Earth, reaching up to Father Sky. Let's take a deep breath in for 4. And hold for 4. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. On this inhalation, I want you to rotate your chest in a clockwise. We're going to warm up our lumbar and our lower back. Inhale. Exhale. Stop rotating. We're going to rotate counterclockwise. Inhale. Exhale. Stop rotating. Our last inhalation. Exhale. I te kui chimik chinskui shalasisha fleitinachal. My name is Chimik, and that translates to the first eyelash of sunlight that comes over the mountain to greet everyone in the morning. And I'll be your instructor today. We're going to do an energizing beginner yoga flow. If you have a block, that would be great, but if you don't, I can show you some variations. I'm going to invite you to the top of your mat, and we are going to begin with a sun salutation flow. I hope everyone can see me. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. And right here, we're just going to hold for a second. And if you want to bend your knees, that's fine. I'm just going to lean into this stretch a little bit for our lower back. If you want, you can grasp your elbows, sway side to side. Straighten your legs, lengthen and look up. Exhale, fold forward. Right leg back, runner's lunge. Left leg back, high plank. Or you can drop to knees, chaturanga, high plank. Chaturanga, up dog. Fold your toes under, push back to down dog. So this is our first down dog. We're really gonna sit here, walk our dog a little bit, settle into our practice. We're gonna go into an activated 3-legged down dog. Right leg up. Bring your knee to your chest. Kick it back up. Bring your knee to your chest. Kick it back up. And bring your right leg through to runner's lunge. Left leg forward. Roll up to Tadasana, hands in prayer formation. We're going to repeat on the left side. Inhale, arms overhead. Interlock your fingers, release your index. We're going to squeeze our glutes. Exhale and take a half moon back bend. Inhale back to center. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen and look up. Exhale, fold forward, both hands on Mother Earth. Left foot goes back to runner's lunge. Right foot goes back to high plank or modified high plank. Chaturanga, high plank. Chaturanga, up dog. Fold your toes under, push back to down dog. Activated three-legged down dog. Left leg up. Bring your knee to your chest. Kick it back up. Bring your knee to your chest. Kick it back up. And your left foot comes all the way through to runner's lunge. Right leg forward. Roll up to Tadasana. We're going to go into a twisted morning salutation. Inhale, arms overhead. Interlock your fingers. Release your index. Exhale, take a half moon back bend. Inhale back to center. Exhale, fold forward. Lengthen and look up. Exhale, fold forward. Right leg back into runner's lunge. Left leg back into high plank. Chaturanga, high plank. Chaturanga, up dog. Fold your toes under. Push back to down dog. Right leg up, three-legged down dog. We're going to sweep that leg through, keeping our left hand on Mother Earth, and our right hand twists up and reaches up to Father Sky. Both hands to the mat, left leg forward, roll up to Tadasana. We're going to repeat the twisted morning salutation on the left side. Inhale, arms overhead. Interlock your fingers, release your index. So when we do our back bend, we want to go a little bit deeper each time. So activate your core, squeeze your glutes, exhale, take a half moon back bend. Inhale back to center, exhale, fold forward, lengthen and look up. Exhale, fold forward. Left leg back to runner's lunge. Right leg back to high plank. Chaturanga, high plank. Chaturanga, up dog. Fold your toes under. Push back to down dog. Three-legged down dog. Left leg up. Sweep that left leg through, keeping our right hand on Mother Earth and twisting up. Our left hand reaches up to Father Sky. Both hands to Mother Earth, right leg forward, roll up to Tadasana. We are going to move into our second vinyasa, our salute to the gods and the goddesses. Inhale, arms overhead. Interlock the fingers, release the index. Exhale, take a half moon back bend. Inhale back to center. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen and look up. Exhale, fold forward. So now that you're warmed up, you can either walk back to high plank or you can jump back to high plank. Chaturanga, high plank. Chaturanga, up dog. Fold your toes under, push back to down dog. Right leg up. We're going to sweep this leg right through our hands to runner's lunge. From here, both hands on your hips, hinge your upper body up. Both hands, palms facing each other above your head. Sinking down into your lunge, Crescent Lunge. And from here, we're going to pulse. Drop our left knee to Mother Earth. Interlock your fingers, release your index. We're going to salute the gods and goddesses. Fold forward, fingertips touch Mother Earth. Back up to center. Now we're going to exhale and take a half moon back bend. So we're going to push our weight into our left leg. Exhale, take a half moon back bend. Sorry, I couldn't finish that sentence. Both hands to Mother Earth. Back up to runner's lunge. Left leg forward and roll up to Tadasana. We're going to repeat on the left side. Inhale, arms overhead. Interlock your fingers, release your index. Exhale, take a half moon back bend. Inhale back to center. Exhale, fold forward. You can jump back or left leg back to high plank. Chaturanga, high plank. Chaturanga, up dog. Fold your toes under. Push back to down dog. Three-legged down dog on the left side. Left leg up. Sweep your left leg through your hands into runner's lunge. Both hands on your hips. Hinge your upper body up. Both hands above your head, palms facing each other. Crescent lunge. We're going to pulse it out here. Drop your right knee to Mother Earth. Interlock your fingers. Release your index. Salute the gods and the goddesses. We're going to fold forward. Our fingertips touch Mother Earth. Back up to Father Sky. Pushing our weight into our back right foot, we're going to exhale and take a half moon back bend. Inhale back to center, both hands to the mat. Back up to runner's lunge, right leg forward, roll up to Tadasana. We're going to move into a twisted salute to the gods and the goddesses. Inhale, arms overhead. Interlock your fingers, release your index, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, take a half moon back bend. Inhale back to center. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen and look up. Exhale, fold forward. You can jump back or right leg back into high plank. Chaturanga, high plank. Chaturanga, up dog. Fold your toes under. Push back to down dog. Three-legged down dog on the right side. Right leg up. Sweep your right leg through to runner's lunge. Both hands to your hips. Hinge your upper body up. Both hands overhead, palms facing each other, and pulse it out here. Hands come together in prayer formation. We're adding a twist. Bring your hands down to heart center. We're going to take our left elbow down to our right knee and twist looking over the right shoulder. Make sure to sink down into that lunge. Inhale back to center. Drop your left knee to Mother Earth. Hands overhead. Interlock your fingers. Release your index. Salute the gods and the goddesses. Inhale back to center. Exhale, take a half moon back bend. Inhale back to center. Both hands to Mother Earth. Lift up to runner's lunge, left leg forward. Roll up to Tadasana. We're going to repeat the twisted salute to the gods and goddesses on the left side. Inhale, arms overhead. Interlock your fingers, release your index. Exhale, take a half moon back bend. Inhale back to center. Exhale, fold forward. Lengthen and look up. Exhale, fold forward. Left leg back or jump back to high plank or modified high plank. Chaturanga, high plank. Chaturanga, up dog. Fold your toes under, push back to down dog. Three-legged down dog on the left side. Lift the left leg up. Sweep the left leg through to runner's lunge. Both hands on your hips. Hinge your upper body up. Both hands above your head, palms facing each other. Crescent lunge. Let's pulse it out here. You should feel the fire within your body starting to rise. We're going to add a twist here. Hands into prayer, down to heart center. Our right elbow goes over our left knee, and we gaze up on our left side. Sink down into that lunge. Back to center, drop the right knee to Mother Earth. Hands above your head. Release your index. We're going to salute the gods and the goddesses. Fingertips touch the Mother Earth. Back to center. We're going to exhale and take a half moon back bend. Inhale back to center. Both hands to Mother Earth. Push up to runner's lunge. Right leg forward. We're going to roll up to Tadasana. Okay, so let's take a 1 minute water break. If you have water near you. That beach looks fabulous. So we're going to go into our third vinyasa. This is warrior two. So I invite you to come to the top of your mat. Inhale, arms overhead. Interlock your fingers, release your index. Exhale, take a half moon back bend. Inhale back to center. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen and look up. Exhale, fold forward. Jump or walk back to high plank. Chaturanga, high plank. Chaturanga, up dog. Fold your toes under. Push back to down dog. Three-legged down dog. Right leg up. Sweep your right leg through your hands. And from here, we're going to windmill up to warrior two. Sink down. Your arms should be parallel to Mother Earth. Palms facing down. Our right fingers touch Mother Earth. We go into a tilt. Both hands to Mother Earth. Let's push back to down dog. So from here, we're going to do a flexed three-legged down dog. And then point your toe and open it right up. Pushing back. Your right leg comes through, but only about halfway. And this is where if you have a block, we're going to put the block on our left side. Your feet should be about 1 foot apart. Straighten both legs. Hinge your upper body up. Left hand overhead. We're gonna hinge forward. And if you have a block, you can grab it. But if you don't, you can put your left hand on your right shin, your other hand. This one that's like up, coming down. Yes, perfect. And then if it's in your practice, you can open up and reach that right hand up to Father Sky. Keeping the legs straight, back straight. Inhale, back to center, move the block. We're gonna bring our feet forward, roll up to Tadasana. We are gonna repeat on the left side. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, interlock fingers, release index. Exhale, take a half moon back bend. Back to center. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen and look up. Exhale, fold forward. Jumps or walk back to high plank or modified high plank. Chaturanga, high plank. Chaturanga, up dog. Fold your toes under, push back to down dog. You should start feeling that fire within, activating the water within us. I'm starting to notice a bit of a sweat. Three-legged down dog on the left side. Left leg up. Sweep your left leg through to runner's lunge. Both hands on your hips. And we're going to windmill up to warrior two. Arms should be parallel to Mother Earth. Sink down into that lunge. We're going to tilt our left fingers, go down and touch Mother Earth. We're just slightly touching it. It's not holding our weight. Sweep our right hand through. Both hands to the mat. Push back to down dog. We're going into a flex, three-legged down dog. Left leg up, so it's flexed. Point your toe and open up your hip. Sweep your left leg through. This time it just goes under your heart. And if you have a block, put it on the right side. Straighten both legs, both hands on your hips. Hinge your upper body up. Right hand above your head. We're going to hinge forward. So if you have your block, you can grab it here. Or if you're hinging forward and you don't have a block, you can grab the foot that's facing forward. And if it's in your practice, you can twist up. So your left hand goes up to Father Sky. Both legs straight, back leg straight. Exhale, come down, move your block. Bring your right foot forward and roll up to Tadasana. So now we're going to move into Bird of Paradise, if it's in your practice. Inhale, arms overhead. Interlock your fingers. Release your index. Exhale, take a half moon back bend. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen and look up. Exhale, fold forward. Jump or walk back to high plank or modified high plank. Chaturanga, high plank. Chaturanga, up dog. Fold your toes under. Push back to down dog. Three-legged down dog on the right side. Right leg up. Sweep your right leg through your hands. You're in a runner's lunge. And from here, we're going to windmill up to warrior two. Moving down into tilt formation. Right fingers touching Mother Earth. Left hands to Father Sky. We're going to reach our arm forward. And from here, we're going to take a half bind. So my left hand goes behind my back and my right hand goes under my knee. This is called half bind. And ideally what you want to do is get your feet together and lift your bird up. And if you can extend your foot out, that is bird of paradise. You'll be able to see it a little better on the other side. I know it's a bit tricky. I don't fully have the bird of paradise yet either. So let's come back to the top of the mat. We'll try on the left side. Inhale, arms overhead. Interlock your fingers, release your index. Exhale, take a half moon back bend. Inhale back to center. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen and look up. Exhale, fold forward. Both hands on Mother Earth. Jump back or walk back to high plank. Chaturanga, high plank. Chaturanga, up dog. Fold your toes under. Push back to down dog. Left leg up. Sweep your left leg through to runner's lunge. And we're going to windmill up to warrior two. Left hand down into tilt. Sweep our right arm forward. And from here, we're going to take a half bind. So my right arm goes behind my back. And my left hand goes under my knee. And I try to grab both hands. Try to get your feet together. Yeah. And lift your bird up. Whew. And if you can only get a half bind, this is a half bind here, that's fine. Oh, my left bird is not as strong as my right bird. Coming to the front of our mat, roll up to Tadasana. We can take a 1 minute water break here, and then we're going to move into some balancing poses. So come to the center of your mat. We're balancing our weight evenly on both feet. We're going to shift our weight to our left foot. We're going to slowly turn our right knee out. So if this is where you're at, this is fine. This is first position tree. You can grab your knee and bring it up, grab your ankle and bring it above your knee. Second position, or the way that I was taught is grabbing your right ankle, folding your foot so your bottom of your foot is facing up. Place it in the crease of your balancing leg. Open your right knee up. Straighten both legs. You want to find a focal point, and this is called your drishti. So once you feel like you are centered, one hand to heart center, second hand to heart center. And we say thank you to all the tall standing ones, the trees that build our homes, that help provide us with all the necessities we need. And release and shake it out. We're going to do a balancing tree on the left side. Weight evenly distributed. Shift your weight to the right. Open your left knee. So if you're fine here, this is totally fine. First position tree. Second position is above your knee. And full tree is lift your foot up. The bottom of your sole facing Father Sky. Push your knee out. When you're pushing your knee out, it pushes weight on your standing leg and creates a tension that will help you balance. Left hand to heart center, right hand to heart center, tree pose. Release down. Let's give it a shake, shake, shake. So we're going to go into balancing staff. So come to the back of your mat. Again, balancing weight evenly on both feet. Shift your weight to the left. Inhale, arms overhead. Interlock your fingers. We're going to take a step with our right foot, putting all our weight on there. Find your drishti. You want to go down into a capital T. So lifting your back legs. And if you fall out, just come back in. And release, come back to the back of your mat. Balancing staff. We're going to repeat on the left side. Shake it out. Shift our weight to the right. Inhale, arms overhead. Our left foot is going to take a step forward. Totally straight. All our weight goes on the left. Lifting our right leg back. Balancing tree. Sorry, balancing staff. Toe back to Mother Earth. Come back and release it out. We're going to go into a bow pose. So come to the middle of your mat. Your right hand is going to go out like you're serving a tray, palm facing up. And you're going to kick your right foot back. And your right hand is going to catch your foot. You don't want it to be the opposite way because your shoulder will rotate in. If your palm is facing out, you'll get a nice shoulder stretch. Squeeze your knees together, holding that back foot. Find your drishti, your focal point, left hand overhead. We're going to kick back into that right leg and lean forward. And release, come down. We're going to repeat on the left side. Shake those hips out. Your hand is like a tray and it goes out to the side, opening up that left shoulder. Kick our left foot back, grabbing it with our left hand, knees together, hand overhead, find your focal point, kick back into that left foot and lean forward. And release, come back to center. Come to the center of your mat. So I come from the Eagle Clan, and this is one of my favorite poses. So we're going to inhale, arms overhead. My left hand is going to sweep under my right elbow. Okay, so inhale, arms overhead. Left hand under right. Both hands interlock. Sit down into chair pose. And my left foot is going to twist over my left foot is going to twist over my right. Pull your shoulders back, sit up straight, sink down. Exhale, release. We're going to do eagle pose on the left side. So this time my right hand is going to sweep under my left hand. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, right hand under left hand. Both hands meet and interlock. Pull those shoulders down. Sit down into chair. My right knee is going over my left knee. Sit up straight. Sink down, a little deeper. Exhale, release. Let's widen our stance. Hands on your hips. We're going to hinge forward and both hands on the mat. Lengthen and look up. We're going to move to our right foot. Sliding our hands over, walking ourselves over to our left foot. Coming back to center, walking our feet in, roll up to Tadasana. So now I'm going to invite you down to the mat, facing down. We're going to move into some cobras. So I want your hands just under your shoulders, and we're going to peel our chest off the mat. So put your toes together and zip up your legs tight. We're slowly going to peel your chest off. So my hands aren't doing the work right now. Exhale, relax your left ear to Mother Earth, hands by your side. Inhale back to center, hands under your shoulders. Zip your legs up, peel your chest off the mat. So sometimes in this position, I slide my shoulder blades down my back. Exhale, come down, right ear to Mother Earth, hands by your side. Inhale back to center, arms out to the side. We're going to go into airplane. So I want your hands and your feet and your chest off Mother Earth. And up. Release down your left ear to the mat. Inhale back to center, arms facing out, lifting our hands and our feet and our chest off the mat. Up. And release right ear to the mat, hands by your side. Inhale back to center. Let's put our hands out and we're going to grab our feet. Grab them from the outside, knees together. We're going to kick back into both legs. Up. And release. Let's push back into child's pose for a moment. Coming up to tabletop, we're going to go into some cat-cow. Inhale into cat. Exhale into cow and find your own flow. Coming down to a seated position, we're going into half Lord of the Fish. So if I'm seated like this, I'm going to take my left foot under my right buttock, and then I'm going to twist my right leg over. My right ankle is over my left shin, left hand overhead, and I'm going to twist it over my right. My hand is facing in the back, so we're going to inhale 3 times and exhale. Each time you exhale, I want you to twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And release. We're going to do a counter twist before we fully release it and release our legs. So we're going to switch to the other side. My right foot is going to come under my left buttock, my right ankle over my left knee, so the bottom part of my body is twisted. My right hand above my head, and my elbow comes across, so my body is fully twisted. You can keep your arms straight or bend it. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And do a counter twist out before you release your legs. Moving down onto our back with our legs bent. I'm going to take my right ankle over my left knee. And then I'm going to thread my hands through and grab behind my left knee. Both feet flexed. So if you want a deeper stretch here, you can use your right elbow on your right knee and push it out. Release your left foot to the mat, but not your knee. We're going to let our right knee drop down. Put our hands out to the side and look over the opposite direction. So I'm looking over my left hand. My right knee is falling down to the right. Take that ankle off the knee, so both knees are loose. Slowly bring them back to center. And we're going to repeat on the left side. So my left ankle is going over my right knee. And I'm going to thread my hands through, both feet flexed, and stretch that left hip. Release your right foot to the mat, leaving your ankle on your knee. I'm going to let both knees drop to the left, open my hands up, and gaze over my right side. This one is great for my right hip flexor. I used to play soccer, and I had a really bad soccer injury, and it still plagues me today. I love this stretch. I'm going to release that left ankle off my knee, and slowly bring both knees up to the mat. I'm going to bring my feet up and grab the inside of my feet, and I'm going to go into happy baby. So sometimes people like to rock their babies, whatever feels comfortable for you here. It's just loosening that lower back before we go into Savasana. So when you're in Savasana, you can send out all this fire, water, air, earth energy that you've generated into prayer, send it out to your loved ones. We're going to release our feet down into Savasana, corpse pose. And here, I put my ankles together and let my feet flop open. I slide my shoulder blades down my back, let my hands fall up to face Father Sky. And I feel Mother Earth just draining away any negativity, any tension that my body's holding. I just give it to Mother Earth. Wiggling our toes and our fingers, rotating our ankles clockwise, counterclockwise. Roll over to one side, and in this position, the fetus position, we always give thanks for our life. Thank you to our life givers, our mothers, those that raised us. With one of your hands, push yourself up to seated position. Hands to heart center. It was a pleasure being your instructor today. And in my language, we say Om Nos, and that means thank you. Namaste.